After the first frosty morning of the year, episode 39 of the BEBC BS Podcast, with 2/3 of the crew here today. We got
and no special guest, unless you consider
Fluffy is a body type, is a special guest,
dude,
which may make an appearance at the next football game.
Y'all keep a lookout for the skeleton.
Yeah,
we might have a
front row.
Where's Waldo?
Front row seat.
Contest going on next week.
We'll get double L 120 to make sure he gets that in the.
That would be awesome.
South Lake Jersey.
Tony, I know you're listening.
I've got several T-shirts.
Contact us this week because we got something special. We need you to video from your side.
You're going to have to cut that out of the podcast.
Cut what out?
The part about wearing the South Lake jersey.
Oh, I didn't. No, I may have been talking
That's
over
all right. No. It's, you were on
no
target.
green allowed in Eagle Stadium.
Unless it's money.
Yeah, we take
money.
We take money. Heck, you print money for a living, sir.
Either that or we need to do a sign that says "I'm green with envy."
That could be.
Okay.
That could be.
All right, moving along.
So 2/3 of us here. We have one person down in Chile enjoying their summer.
Chile staying warm.
Chile staying warm, and we're up here being cold. And the other person, we just may call here in a little bit, just to see what he's up to.
Oh my gosh!
Let's call the jackwagon and see what
it should be early enough. We should be okay.
Can we just leave the sleeping dog line?
I like kicking the sleeping dog.
Yeah. That's true.
You know, he needs that.
He does.
He might have something interesting to say. He's up in Fayetteville or somewhere. I don't know.
Why wait?
Yeah. Why wait? You don't call him now?
Well, sure. And
this is episode 39.
It is, and we got what two special attributions here.
Yeah, just put that close to the mic there, Dave. Put it on speaker.
It is.
We'll see if he answers. He ain't gonna answer, is he?
He's probably still recovering.
Oh, he'd answer if you called him.
I don't know. He loves David.
This is no one trader.
No,
please leave the
we'll
name
try
and
him
number
later.
at the beep.
Loser.
Anyhow, episode 39, and you know in the beginning of the year we did not have a number 39 on the roster.
No, we didn't.
I say that. I don't know. Was he there?
Nope. He was a JV move up.
Well, he came up a couple weeks ago, and he had a big touchdown run the other night.
He did.
It was Plano West, Mr.
We went deep.
Justin Hall.
There you go.
And I like to take partial credit for his football success.
Well, all right.
Yep. Seeing how I was one of the assistant coaches on one of his baseball teams.
You drove him away.
Yeah, I helped him make that decision.
Rather quickly.
Yeah, to not that he wasn't a good baseball player, he really was. I just think he's built better for football. That's for sure. He's got he's a pretty stout kid.
When he showed some speed.
He does.
I was surprised how fast he was.
Yeah, he contributes a lot on all the special teams, and they reward him and
throw him a bone.
Yeah, and he's in on a few of the packages with the starters and some of the run game stuff, and does his job leading like a fullback, kind of, sort of.
Yep.
Kind of, sort of.
And very good kid. A yes sir, no sir kid.
You love those guys.
You sure do. And so kudos and good job, Justin.
Congratulations.
All right, what do we have for blast for the past there, Mark?
Here we go.
Stump the Balding Eagles.
You probably saw that, didn't you?
No, I did not.
I went back, and this is a hard one, and it's really hard, and it's not that long ago, but for us it is since we're getting older. Get your hand back. 2011, number 39. Okay. And I gave these guys a clue a minute ago because
that would have been Alec Morris's last year at quarterback.
It is.
What else was going on?
Really hard because
Marcus Ward.
He changed his number subsequent to his sophomore year.
No, wasn't Jeff Harris
defensive player?
He was a defensive player. So you're all getting
39. 2011.
And he's a good friend of ours.
Bishop.
Bishop's our friend.
We're talking Zach?
No, I'm kidding.
Christian.
Y'all are just
probably outside linebacker.
Tay Evans.
I love it. This is awesome. See, guys, we don't know everything, even though people think we do. We don't. So it's
2011.
All right, Mark, spell it. You're killing me.
What's his name?
His name.
It starts with.
It's
sounds like.
It's
He used to do
All right,
all sorts of
I'm gonna give you
antics.
another
Number
clue.
45.
He went to Oklahoma Baptist.
Okay,
Oh,
that was like 9 different kids.
I know. I'm not going to give you.
Doggone it.
All right, we're wasting time. Here
Yeah.
we go. Lance Williams
Ah!
was number 39 in 2011.
Wow.
Mr. Holy Crud, I broke my thumb.
I wouldn't have got that one.
Well, hey,
I know
Lance,
it.
congratulations
Isn't
for
that
changing
awesome?
your number.
You
What did he
stumped him,
change it
Lance.
to?
He went to 90.
He was in the
99.
Yeah.
99.
Yeah, 99.
Yeah, he was 99.
Lance
So,
Williams. Justin Hall and Lance Williams.
There you go.
This podcast's for you.
You guys. this
Somebody buy that number 39 from him?
I don't know. He may have bought 99 from somebody else. So
The Stump. Lance was nicknamed the Stump.
When you're a sophomore, you just get leftover numbers.
that doggone right. And that's what he got. But
Yeah.
he was number 39. So congratulations, Lance. Congratulations.
I wonder how
Mr.
hard.
Hall.
I wonder how hard. Yeah, never mind.
This podcast is for you. And we'll start, I guess, Thursday night. And I don't know what we can say. I don't
It
think anything.
didn't rain much, which was good.
My left ear got cold again.
It was chilly.
I was
was-
missing
it was-
the 12-pack
But it is-
cardboard box.
You were. You should have kept that. That should be on the wall
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, it
'cause
should.
that was a classic.
I might have to get one somewhere.
For those of you that don't know the story, a couple of years ago we were up at Poe and McKinney. Y'all remember the game because it was winds coming out of the north at 100 miles an hour. And
Cold.
Like an early season game.
yeah, and Thad finds himself a 12-pack cardboard box. From
It was non-alcoholic 12-pack. They wouldn't allowed it in the stadium. But
And he sticks it up against the left side of his face to keep his ear warm.
yeah, man.
Was that the Elvis night where
Adapt
we wore
and
our
overcome.
Elvis glasses? No, that was a
Adapt and
different one.
overcome.
But it was chilly, and it got colder for West really quick.
It did.
Hey, can I throw out a stat?
By all means.
All right, somebody posted on Allen
love
Eagle
numbers.
Nation, Allen Eagle Nation, of a lot of different things that Allen has accomplished over the years.
Yep.
And one was from since 2007, Allen has 147 wins and 9 losses, which means that Allen has only 9 losses in 11 years, and it only was surpassed by Plano West this year in a 1-year total of 0-10. Now that's insane on both sides. Insanely good for Allen, insanely bad for Plano West. And I don't know the man. He might be the greatest guy in the world, but
He is.
he needs
Scott Smith needs
to be fired in order for that program to be
Move forward.
up from the ashes.
Or maybe
because
we
they only
should
had
just-
like 35 kids on the team. That says a lot right there.
Maybe Joey McCullough needs to take over at West.
No,
And Mr. Smith
No.
needs to take over at
no,
East.
Mr. Whatever.
That would
Gerald
be the
Brents
mentality of Plano ISD.
They need
That's
to cut
what
the
would
head
happen.
off the snake. Mr. Brents needs to go. All the McCulloughs. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. They need to retool the whole thing.
Great job, Dave.
And I don't think, and again, I know it's hard for the people because I've got a Twitter issue I need to address a little later with a Plano East mom about that. But it's from the inside. It almost seems to me like there's not enough uproar over there over everything that goes on at those schools. Now Plano West or Plano East was a little better this year. We'll see how they do in first round of playoffs, but they gotten a little bit better. But the mediocrity at Plano, and that's what it's been for years, is mediocrity. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. And Plano West had a couple of years there. They had so-so.
Yeah.
And they were pretty good and got to the fourth round.
They
of the
have some
playoffs one year.
really good star players.
But they've
Onesie,
lost
twosies.
26 straight games. And James counted the other night, they had 46 players on the sideline.
Yeah.
And I know the demographics are different on that side of town. I get it. But you know what? Highland Park has different demographics too.
Yeah, but Plano West is 5,600 plus students.
That's the issue.
5,600.
Second largest in the state.
And they can't all be demographically challenged.
No, they can't be. And so it would not surprise me to see him get fired.
And that, that
Then
might
again,
be a
it would
shame,
surprise me if he stays.
Yeah. So.
That's
But
Boy,
in
you're
order
buttering
for
both
that
sides of your bread
program
on that
to
one.
turn around,
And despite what everybody thinks, and people come at Allen fans really hard, but I think the majority of us would love to see the Plano schools be good.
We love it.
Because Nolan sat with us the other night, and 2 minutes into the game, you're up 14-0, and we're like, we're bored because that's what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
And you knew it was going to be a rout. Then you began to wonder, okay, Terry, when are you going to start calling off the dogs? And he did real quick.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. But
then it becomes, okay, how is Allen going to screw up to let somebody beat him? And you don't want that. If Allen's going to I can't say it. If somebody, I can't say it. You want it to be a really strong outing for both teams, hard fought, and may the victor.
And that gets the crowd into it too.
Yeah.
I mean, because the crowd now just sits on their hands.
This may be the first time in history that the BEBC podcast will have more views than there were in attendance Thursday night.
And if it hadn't been senior night, think how bad it would have been. Because all those senior parents that showed up for senior night.
Yeah.
It was, the threat of rain was there, and it was cool. And rain didn't. It
Thursday night, a 0-9 team, all those things.
Yeah. Well, and I want to give a shout out, and I don't know how many there were, but you almost could count them on one hand. The fans that stayed to the very end of the game, kudos to y'all. And I know people had to work and people got bored. I get it. I was
It's a
bored.
Thursday
I
night.
had to work. It was a Thursday night. You got young kids you got to give. But to those that stayed to the very end, congrats to you because it means a lot to the kids. I mean, they turn around and look up and they see everybody leaving. They're like, what the heck,
And the winner of the Keep Your Life Simple award goes to Obato and all the band boosters for not having them wear the uniforms on a Thursday night, because then you don't got to turn them in. You don't have to worry about them getting dirty. Yeah. They're all ready for next year.
Yeah.
Concert
next
week.
Season.
Well, next week. That's right.
The next
they are going
season.
to wear them the next season.
Yeah, season 3.
So a 63-7 thumping.
Well, you got non-district, district, and playoffs. Season.
Plano West. West scores with 44 seconds left in the game on a 77-yard runner. It was, it was what it was, and everybody played well.
And their fans went nuts.
Yeah, that was pretty cool to see their fans still there, get excited about.
Gives Throw Me a Bone a new meaning.
But they've got issues over at West, and hopefully they'll address them. I mean,
well, maybe we need to take bets on which Plano team gets their act together first.
I don't even want to bet on that. That's just those are.
Well, you
odds.
better bet on Plano. Keep harmony in the family.
Well, guess who just called?
Oh, our guest speaker called.
Yes. Well, let's see what he's up to.
Oh, you're gonna call him back?
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Wow.
Hey, you're live on a podcast, my friend. How are things in Fayetteville?
Well,
Let's hear the sound. Hear the call. I want to hear it.
woo, pig, suey.
How's Fayetteville?
It's cold.
How cold?
It's 21 degrees right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good for you.
Yeah, so
are you
it'll
out in
be 30 when the game starts, and it's 6:30, and who knows how cold it's supposed to be down to the teens in the morning. So,
Well, you're not camping, are you?
oh heck no, I'm not that much of a redneck.
Oh.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Time out. No comment. No comment.
All right. So what's your take on the Allen Plano West game?
Boring.
Boring.
So okay, thank you for that excellent commentary.
Bye.
Here's a picture of the
No,
guy
I
that's
think-
on the phone right now. If y'all can see that.
Stubby.
There's Nolan.
Favorite play of the game?
Anytime Raylan gets the ball and goes from one side of the field to the other is a favorite play of mine.
Yeah. He can run the east-west. We're okay with him doing it.
Yeah, we're okay with him running the east-west because it's kind of fun watching him make people miss and stuff. But no, I think it was an all-around. It was a good game to finish off the season and get them ready for playoffs. We know now who we're playing is Rowlett.
Okay, you said enough. Bye.
Wow. Well,
alrighty then.
we just wanted to check in with you. Is your lovely bride with you?
Monkey boy.
Yes, she is. She and my lovely daughter are about to go do some things.
Kate,
here for
is
a little
Kaylee
bit.
there?
So they're throwing up in the background, right?
No, she's not here, and I would not put her on this podcast if my life depended on it.
All right,
If she
put
was
Mom
there,
on.
she'd barge her way on the podcast.
No, I'm not putting Mama on.
Dude,
Wow.
we might get more views if you did that.
Let's just
Well,
see.
yeah, no,
Monkey
not
boy.
really.
Monkey boy.
Yeah, we might actually get 4.
We might. All right, buddy. Well,
All right, y'all have fun.
you have fun at the game.
Woo pig.
Keep your tootsies warm.
Yeah, there's
Just
always
got
next year.
back finding some hand warmers, so I'm a happy camper.
All right, Nolan.
See you
Talk to
later.
you
All right,
buddy.
we'll see y'all.
All right,
Bye.
bye. So a crazy night in the district last night. I say crazy. I think the games last night were a lot more competitive than I anticipated they were going to be.
Yeah.
Plano East
There's
got
some good
every
games.
bit of got every bit of.
You know, the Allen game was the only game that did not have any playoff implications.
Yeah.
Which was, when you sit down and think about it, you're like, wow. So there's Monkey Boy.
Monkey
No
boy.
time.
So you have Plano and Prosper, you have Plano East and Jesuit, and you had McKinney and McKinney Boyd in the rivalry game.
That was a good game.
And they all had a little bit of interplay and
Probably the game we should've
playoff
gone to.
potential and
Yeah, and I know when we talked last week about it, we thought, well, you know, I don't know what to make of McKinney Boyd, because Boyd had beaten them 9 straight times. So you think, well, McKinney, can you do it? McKinney's playing better. Can they win? The Plano Prosper game, you're like thinking that
Seemed
ought to
like
be
a
the most
matchup,
competitive.
yeah.
And for the most part, I think we thought Jesuit or East would handle Jesuit pretty easily after what we'd seen. Well, and it turns out that all 3 games were very, very competitive.
yeah. Well,
And
at the end, the
at the end,
Plano
the
started
scores
pulling
ended
back up.
reflecting that. You know, they
Yeah.
were.
You get the tone of the game. You guys ended up going to Rowlett and
Yeah, Dave and
Saxe.
I'll talk about Rowlett Saxe after a bit,
But so I ended up going to the Plano and Prosper game, and Prosper really was manhandling Plano for pretty much the whole game. In the second half, Plano did an early comeback, and then they ended up doing a late comeback to kind of pull up close. But when you look at a game, you can tell who's dominating, and it was definitely Prosper. They were just all over Plano. So congratulations for Prosper for making the win. And
Absolutely.
What's that? Davis got the paper. What was the final score on that? Plano and Prosper.
Plano Prosper.
It was like a 5-point game.
Yep.
This is quicker.
And then Jesuit gave East all they could handle.
43-35.
43-35, yeah. And that game, too, my understanding is Plano was inside the red zone and got sacked on the last play of the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Which their quarterback got sacked a lot. There were a lot of negative plays for the running back. They couldn't get around the corner on Prosper, and nothing up the middle. So it was a challenge all day.
so Jesuit, at one point, I think, was beating
Plano East.
East 40 or the game
For
got
like
into
44,
the 40s,
41 or-
44-41 or something
Yeah.
like that, and they just were tussling with them all night. East wins late to capture a playoff berth,
Yes, sir.
and so then Plano's hinging all its hopes on Boyd beating McKinney, and by golly, that did not happen.
Nope.
Nope.
McKinney breaks the streak. The 9-year losing streak to their crosstown rivals is over.
Yep.
Marcus Shavers in his first year.
Shout out. Good job.
Way to go, Marcus.
Kids bought in.
Allen player. They had a rough start to the season. Turned it around and clinched a playoff berth. And so your 4 playoff teams are Allen, Plano East in Division 1, and then you've got Prosper and McKinney going to D2.
So rumor kind of has it that Dave's happy about Plano losing. So because he's real excited about them rolling out their basketballs and going watching them play basketball. Sorry.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So your by-district games coming up, I guess Friday or Saturday, is Plano East will play at Saxe, and we'll talk about that one. Rowlett gets to come to Allen. McKinney gets to go to Wide Awake Wiley.
Mm-hmm.
And then Naaman Forest will go to Prosper if they play at Prosper. I don't know if they're going to play at Prosper. Their suggestions they might play at McKinney on that one, but Prosper will be hosting that. Dave and I last night decided to take in Saxe Rowlett, which was for the 10-6A district championship. And you had a 6-3 Saxe team playing a 7-1 Rowlett team. And it wasn't much different than Plano West playing Allen.
Yeah.
It was evident pretty quick
Ugly.
how ugly that game was going to be, and poor Rowlett. They couldn't do anything. I mean, I think they probably had 30 yards total offense in the first half.
Yeah. I was taken back by how small the Rowlett team was.
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't seen them. I hadn't seen them play, but there were some small boys on that team over there. I mean, maybe 1-2 defensive linemen or defensive linemen that were big, but they were overwhelmed. The Saxony defense was in their backfield all game long.
Yeah.
Quarterback had to take at least 10 sacks. Fell down once himself to keep from getting destroyed, and he had no passing accuracy. They tried the quick outs from the backfield,
Swing passes.
swing passes, and I knew it was only a matter of time. You go to that dog too many times, and
It's going to the house the other way.
and it did finally.
They did.
They didn't go any. They didn't even try the out and up at all, which would have worked.
'Cause they were sitting on them for sure.
Yeah, so it was just really an awful game. It's going to be ugly come Friday.
It theoretically it should be, because what happened to Rowlett last night was they were beaten up front on both sides of the ball very quickly, and that's against a Saxy team that they've kind of turned things around. They had a rough start to the season at 0-3, but they, as Matt said last week, they found a quarterback and settled in on that, and they've got some studs on the defensive side of the ball, some pretty good players. So it turned ugly. It turned ugly real quick, and I have big fear for Rowlett this week. I don't think you're going to see a repeat of 2007 at all.
No.
Yeah, I asked Doc this morning. I said, "Do you think Terry's going to have that in his pregame?" He said, "Oh, most definitely."
Yeah.
Because Coach Gamble was a part of that staff in 07.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
And we saw a couple of the boys at the game last night, and they were just like, we thought this would be more competitive, but it wasn't. I mean, Saxony ended up winning 48-0, and when you're playing for the district championship and you get waxed 48-0,
They're already going to be down.
yeah,
And then having to come in and play us.
they like I tweeted last night, they thought tonight was bad. Wait till next week.
Right.
Well, hey, so if Allen can score that many points in the game, and there's nothing that says that Rowlett can't do the same
No, there you go, Mr. Wood.
against the Dallas School
All
for the
right,
Blind.
But one thing is, it is our playoff game, our first playoff game. That doesn't mean fans don't have to show up. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody needs to show up, and everybody needs to get their hands from underneath their butts and stand up and cheer and everything else. I need bells and
Get these guys going.
the A up and everything else, because I'm going to be pushing it when I'm up there. I mean, it's a little ridiculous how we get a little complacent, fans up, especially around my area up there. Just everybody just sits down, doesn't do much. Get a little, well, not a little, extremely spoiled,
Friday, I'm looking at the weather here for Friday.
What you got?
High of 61, low of 41. So it's going to be chilly.
Partly cloudy.
It was
Sweet.
partly
Perfect
cloudy.
football weather.
It was 53 last night at the game, and it was chilly, but you dress warm and you're fine. And so no reason not to come out. There's no rain in the forecast. And
Yeah, bring the kids. We'll watch them for you.
that's right. We're good with kids. Just ask the kids that sit behind us. They love us.
Oh, they do.
The little girl, we're turning
blast.
into her into a
Let's see,
fan and a half.
she's like almost 3 years old.
Yeah.
Wow, what a blast.
So that's the district, and the playoff brackets will come out today. We kind of put one together this morning, best we could.
If you can read my writing.
I
Sorry
can
about
read
that.
your writing
Good,
here.
Good man.
And we'll run through just Allen's Region 2 bracket. I'm just going to read all the teams in the bracket.
Yep.
Okay? And I want anybody to say, okay, where's the challenge going to come from?
Okay, where's the challenge going to come from?
Smart Alec.
Oh, you said say
I
it.
did. You're right.
Doom. Doom.
You got Allen, Rowlett, Rockwall, Belton, Cedar Ridge, Langham Creek, the Woodlands, either Aldine or Spring. We couldn't tell on that one. Saxey or Plano East, Midway, Mesquite, Cy Ranch, Round Rock, Aldine Spring again, the loser, or Klein Oak.
Well, Rockwall jumps out
If you say some, yeah.
first.
I mean, historically, there's some names in there, but I haven't followed as closely
Yeah.
around the state this year.
You don't know how's the Woodlands doing this year.
Woodland,
all
Cy
that other
Ranch,
stuff, yeah.
Round Rock, those names, those are teams.
That would be a nice revenge
Had good
game.
programs,
Yeah.
Yep, good programs. But and I said all that. Did anybody go? The Woodlands is 7-3. Klein Oak is 8-2.
What, was it Cy Ranch? No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cy
but-
Ranch is in that group.
Yeah,
Cy
but
Ranch.
Prosper was 7-1, so there you go.
Cy Ranch. Whoops. They're around here somewhere. Y'all gotta hang on. I gotta.
Round Rock. If you're running by and see them, what's their record?
We can banner here. Where'd Cy Ranch go? There they are. Cy Ranch is undefeated. 10-0.
Well, that might be
So they're at the bottom of the bracket. So they would be the
Semifinal.
regional.
Regional.
The
Final.
regionals, yeah.
Yeah.
Semifinal would be
Region,
Quarterfinal.
the other bracket.
yeah.
And what was the other team? Somebody asked about Round Rock.
Yeah.
Yep, Round Rock.
Round Rock is 6-4,
Okay.
and they don't
Not so
have
much.
and they don't have the Bear. So
Well, that was
Westwood.
I just
oh,
yeah.
it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, they don't have any.
Still hadn't seen a quarterback like him.
I hope they
Yeah, we
never-
beat Round Rock in 08.
Wiley
Oh,
ISD.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Round Rock. That was
So-
when Plano East. That's when
No,
what
that
was
was
his
Stony
name?
Point, wasn't
No, in 08, earlier
Round Rock.
on, we beat them.
it? Okay.
Yeah, but
So I don't know. You got to play every game, and Gamble will have them one game at a time, which is good because he's the coach. We don't have to because we're not the coach.
well, so on the other side of that, potential second round matchups. What are we looking at?
Second round would be the winner of the Rockwall Belton game.
Okay.
Rockwall is known for scoring a lot of points. Rockwall is also known this year for giving up a lot of points.
Yeah.
Be interested to know where that game's going to be played at.
Rockwall and if it's Rockwall, I'm sure it'll be at Mesquite.
No, I meant between Belton and Rockwall.
It's at Rockwall.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I don't know. I should
Because
say
I don't know if they won their
They
district
did.
outright.
Longview won the district.
Yeah, Longview.
So you don't get
No, you
even
don't-
though
you
you're
don't
the
get home
one seed,
field.
you
Right.
don't. You have to win your district that
Be
guarantees.
down
Yeah.
south somewhere.
It could be. They could play.
Coin flip
Cedar
or
Hill.
neutral field. Yeah,
Cedar.
either one.
Again, these brackets will be out, and everybody will know where all the things. They didn't have it done. UIL
Official.
doesn't have it done yet. Imagine that.
So Saxe Plano East. What do you think? I mean, Saxe looked pretty good against Rowlett.
Well, anybody would look good.
Plano East.
You know what would be a good game? Plano West and Rowlett.
Oh my gosh.
Plano East beat Saxe earlier in the year, 29 or what did I look up? 29-7
Yeah.
this morning. But to me, the teams have gone.
Diverged.
opposite.
Yeah.
Right.
East went 5-0. Saxe was 0-3. Finally settled on a quarterback, and they haven't lost since. And the defense has been playing better. And we talked about it at breakfast this morning. They've got outside of one game, their last 7 games, they've only given up double digits once, and they had 2 or 3 shutouts in there, and they've given up 9, 7, and 6 points. Now, again, that district is not very good.
Yeah.
But you're still playing very good defense, and that's
Yeah.
what we witnessed last night.
And they're going to have a lot of size and a lot of speed. They are. They've had good teams for the past few years, and I see that the trend is going to, as far as the types of players they have.
Yep.
They have the size and speed to compete.
They do have a lot of speedy running backs. Their quarterback wasn't very accurate, but he's a good runner himself. He's a big, tall kid, but he can run. He reminds me of a miniature Vince Young from the perspective of he's real tall and he runs really well.
Tackling will be at a premium.
Yes, for East, and that's I again, we all want Plano to be good, and we all want Plano East to be good, and Plano East is going to have their hands full this time. I really do, because I don't think they're trending upwards. I think that defense has really taken, especially since the Allen game, has really taken some lumps. And this team right here is going to score some points. And so they're going to have to really – and they will play better defense. This is probably the best defense that Plano East has seen since the Allen game. and we all know what happened there.
So what you're saying is this is a job interview for Joey to keep it.
Well, you know, I don't know what's. I can't.
He's not
answer
going
that.
That's
nowhere.
rather drastic.
Yeah.
But they're going to be challenged. It's going to be, that'll be one of, and I think it'll be high scoring too. I'm not sure Saxe will be able to hold Plano East.
Well,
Like they
depending on the height of their corners, that could have been. I don't know
Could
how
have been
they.
the issue.
Because
They had some
that's
tall-
how they. I mean, they threw it up top, and their receivers are tall, and if that's the case, that if that's a bad matchup,
Yeah.
East is going to score some points. I don't care how good their defense is. If they've got, you know, the matchups on the outside is what's predicated my.
I don't think Saxe's receivers were that tall. They just went up and took the ball.
No, he's talking about Saxe's corners being
Corner-
tall.
Oh,
if
okay.
their
Didn't have the
corners
guard
are
against-
short,
They're not.
No.
Really,
Plano
because
East receivers
you
are
know,
tall.
they exploited that against Allen.
they're
I mean,
probably the same
they
size
did.
as Allen's.
Yeah.
You throw it up with those guys, 16 and 17 or 17. What the two kids on the
Yeah.
outside, very tall, can go get it.
To me, it's going to be the trenches that make a difference there because Saxe's defensive
Yeah.
line really. They got one end that's probably 6'4", 6'5",
Yeah.
a white kid, and he was
They were
a
in the
terror
backfield.
all
Yeah.
night long. And up they get real good push up the middle. They blitz a lot, at least they did last night.
Yeah.
And they just put so much pressure on the quarterback. We'll see if they do the same thing. So that's an interesting game to me to watch. But yeah, I don't know. This side of the bracket where Allen's falling this year, you know, again, Cy Ranch is undefeated, but you know it's a whole different story. A Cy Ranch undefeated team, you know,
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
interesting. But
Lord knows we got a little bit of history with
Yeah.
Sirens.
you know, Midway, you know, I don't know enough about them this year to, you know, they had the quarterback that went to OU last year.
Yeah.
But there's been
Mordecai.
not a whole lot of hype around any of these teams coming in.
Of course, I don't watch
True.
Tepper and them like you guys do. I can't stay up that late, so they may be hyping all these teams for all I know. But
Yeah, I'll have to watch it again after falling asleep
Yeah.
last night.
we kind of went through the rest of the brackets based on everything, and you know, some potential games down the road. You have a Katy North Shore rematch. Didn't they play? They played earlier in the year.
Yeah, North Shore.
North Shore beat them.
Yeah,
and they
put a
could,
whooping.
they could do that. You have obviously a Judson Lake Travis potential.
Yeah.
In the regional final over there, and in Region 1, you get DeSoto and Skyline. You could have a DeSoto Carroll game, week 2.
Yeah, but the way Skyline's been
Duncanville
playing.
looks like they
Boy,
have
that'd be-
the easiest road out of Region 1, huh?
Well,
Yeah, to get to the finals, certainly. Yeah,
The DeSoto Carroll game would be just like when we had to run against DeSoto in the second game
yeah.
Yeah.
in the playoffs.
So that could be fun.
Carroll
Carroll's got
could slice and dice them like they did, didn't they? Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. Hey, I think there's some pretty clear-cut favorites in these brackets this year.
Doesn't seem to be the parity in
Uh-uh.
Texas high school football this year.
At least not in this
Division.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the Division 2 one yet, but certainly Allen should get there. I think we're all
Yeah.
assuming they're going to be, you know, and there's always
You would
upsets.
Yep.
We need to do our picks again. You know,
Yeah,
this year.
we'll
That bracket.
Ooh, we got to figure out how we're going to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll just get everybody a bracket this week, and y'all can fill them out.
You're right.
Yep.
So I don't know what we're going to do about podcasts next week. We'll have to think about that since someone's going to be out of town. Other than that, the regular season's over.
When
Playoffs
do you
are
come
here.
back from out
That
of
was
town,
quick.
Mark?
I will be back. I don't even know what's today.
Saturday.
Today? Oh, it's the
Saturday.
10th.
Today's
and
the
I have
10th.
a very special day in my life.
I will be back on the 25th.
Oh,
I mean, I'm not leaving until next Saturday, but
It's the
yeah, but
25th.
still, it
I am
would
going
be
to
a
miss a
midweek
playoff game
podcast. So that's out of the question too.
unless
Still.
we do it remotely somehow. We'll figure it out because that's what we do.
Yeah.
So we'll have the first playoff game Friday night, and we can go from there. I don't think there's going to be much to talk about. It's going to be ugly.
Well, we do need to talk about our little blow up.
The A.
Oh my gosh!
They practiced. They got it up.
Does everybody?
Coming out
Time to compete.
There's been a lot of talk on Facebook, I know for sure, about the Big A. And because of weather issues, because it gets heavy when it rains, they've kind of put it in a closet for a while. Well, they brought it back out Friday night for senior night. Great idea. Everybody likes their picture made in front of the Big A. And so they do all the pictures and everything, get them taken care of. Boys go back in the locker room. It's time to come out. And you look over.
And the tunnel master is having to hold the tunnel open so the kids can get through it.
What the heck?
Yeah.
They've gone
How
soft.
does that happen?
It's been a problem all year.
Very deflating.
Get the thing some Viagra. Whatever you need to do.
Oh, Lord.
Keep it up.
Get your A up already.
What the heck? How do you let that happen?
I don't
Boys
know.
are
It's
having
just-
to duck to come through because the thing's collapsing, and
It's embarrassing.
it is embarrassing.
That was West's best chance to win that game. Y'all get caught in the tunnel.
Lock all the players in the tunnel.
Holy moly!
And it still would have taken them 2 quarters to score.
Wow, that's pretty funny though. I don't know. I mean, seriously, guys, and those guys are all great guys, and we appreciate them being volunteers to take care of that thing.
Yeah,
and everything.
they don't have a.
But how does it happen?
But figure it out. I mean,
Did someone
you figure
pull
it out or
plug
just get rid of it. You know,
the
put that eagle
head's
head.
Great, people love it.
Yeah,
You know, and
I imagine those guys definitely
no muss, no
find
fuss.
it
It's-
easier to operate and use that bad boy.
oh my Lord, I looked at James. I said, "Video this."
Sometimes it's best to cut your losses and just
Oh
move forward.
man, that thing just needs to go. If Nolan was here, he was losing his mind. So we should ask him about that. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for bringing that up, David. I had forgotten about it. It was a mess of the highest proportion. Highest proportion. So today's Bedlam. I have a feeling Kyler's got to score at least 50 or 60 to win this today.
it'll be a good game.
Yeah.
2:30.
Is that when it is?
Yep.
Yes.
2:30.
Horns play after it.
And there's another game that's going on. I think it's Auburn, Georgia. No, I think they play. No, they play. Tonight. I'm not sure. I can't. Anyway, forget I talked.
We can.
Hey, but I do have something to say about November 10th.
Say it.
say it.
November 10th,
That's today.
2003. Started my career at the Bureau of Engraving and Printing.
Yes.
15 years. The importance of that is now, instead of getting 6 hours of annual leave every pay period, I get 8.
Uh-oh.
So this boy is going to be able to attend a lot more stuff and have
Yay.
a lot more annual leave to use and hang out with the boys even more.
Thank
Arkansas?
You.
Maybe.
Thank you, U.S. government.
If I can get my wife to change our anniversary, then that would be. That's kind of a difficult.
Yeah.
Well, you could just bring her with you, and then y'all could just go to Hot Springs or somewhere afterwards.
There we go.
See?
There we go. Get the
That's
ladies
it.
involved and let them all go spying.
There you go.
Yep.
Play.
There's my end.
Antiquing and spying and
you go.
shopping and
Wow.
It'll all work. Hey, brother, we got you back. We'll get them in there.
All right.
So, folks, congratulations to the Eagles on another undefeated regular season.
yeah.
10-0 for the 6th straight year. I don't care who you are. It's not easy to do, and you done it. So-
Another number that guy threw out were 98-2 in the last 100 games.
And that's crazy.
It's insane.
98-2. You know, we still haven't done a podcast discussing it. Never mind. I'm not even going to say it.
Yeah. Don't say it.
So we're just going to let that one go.
Yeah, Mr. Free Throw.
So we'll see about a podcast next week. There may or may not be one. We'll try our best. We'll have some technical issues we'll need to work out due to locations of people. And 7 o'clock Friday night, Eagle Stadium. The Eagles versus the Eagles again.
If you
Don't
want,
meet me there, beat me there.
Doggone
if
right.
you got season tickets and you want your season tickets, Monday's the last day to buy them.
Yes. If
So
you
get
want
'em.
to sit where you sit. Otherwise, somebody else is going to sit where you sit. And that'll be that.
I might buy a lower bowl Tuesday. Wait and see. I'm sure there'll be
Should
some
have
left.
told me. I'd have sold you mine.
Oh, you already sold yours
No,
to me?
you can still get them if you want.
I may do that.
Yeah. I got
Because
good money.
Wow.
I've never seen an Allen game from the lower bowl.
Yeah.
at Eagle Stadium now.
On the field.
If you get my seats
That's
down
true.
there, we could throw things at you from up
Yeah.
top.
Okay, well then I'll know to wear a shield on my back.
Ninja Turtle.
Well, never mind. I've seen y'all throw. I don't have any worries.
Wow. Well, anybody else got anything?
Not a thing.
When does basketball play? They start already? We should know this.
I don't.
I
Sadly, I don't.
think they end up doing some tournaments at first and
Well,
catching up.
the girls have already played, right?
Yeah, they beat Cedar Hill.
Lost to
Which-
DeSoto. We discussed that last week.
Hey, if you're one of the
Wrestling starting.
half dozen that actually listen to the podcast, come by and see us at our tailgate.
Yep.
We're out there by 2:30 on Friday, and
Monday night.
And let's
Yeah.
plug Live Limitless. That's two capital L's, no space, Live Limitless 120. He does very good video. I don't think he was there Thursday night. May have had
He was
work issues, work
scheduling
conflicts.
conflict, but he does a really good job. He does a full game and a highlight
Highlight.
video midweek, and it's from the other team's perspective.
Yep, exactly. The basketball team has a game Monday night at West Mesquite. So that's what they have going on. That's funny. Max Prep still has Jeff McCullough as the head coach. Oops.
he was actually handing out tickets Friday.
Wearing shorts.
Yeah, he was. He's a baller, man. He's a baller. All right, guys.
Crazy man.
Another Eagle victory. Playoffs begin. It's time to start the run again.
Yeah.
And good
So
luck.
how long does Gamble let the starters play? That's what I'm
Until it's in hand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
until it's 40 to something.
halftime.
into the first quarter.
Yeah, we'll see. It could be.
They'll play
I
the
hope so.
first half.
Well, in the playoffs, you would think that he would leave him in a little longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're going to need them a little more as time goes on. But we'll see.
Just
Everybody be healthy.
That's
Yeah.
the key.
That's it.
Heal up, get healthy.
Get healthy and stay healthy.
Exactly. So until next time, guys, it's over and we're